Hi everyone, this is Larry Davids from So You Want to Play Guitar, which you can purchase by clicking the link below. Now in today's exciting video, we're going to look at the cage chord based on the G shape. So here's our G chord based on the open strings. And here's the key of E, these fingers are found at fret 12, is found, and this is how it's fingered. But in the real world of guitar playing, no one actually fingers the G shape of a chord based on the cage system as follows. What we do is we either play the top 4 strings. Here's our root E with our pinky here, finger number 4 at fret 12 on the top string. And here's the root here, string 3, fret 9. Or some people might choose to play the inside strings as such. So your first finger is borrowing at fret 9 and your third finger is at fret 11. And some people might decide to play as follows. So you get a bassier sounding chord. So this is all based, if we connect it together, you can see it's quite awkward to play this shape. So what guitar players have done over the years, they've decided, well, why not just play the top 4 strings or the inside 4 or the bottom strings for a bassy sound. And again, within this chord shape, there's lots of guitar licks that you'll probably recognize as you listen to your favorite songs, or if you'd like to create some, that are used and derived from that chord shape. Okay, so we're going to play the chord like this, but we're going to actually visualize, we're going to see this in our subconscious, in our mind's eye, like this, the proper G shape, because it's good to visualize that so we can have a visual representation on playing our scales. So the E major scale, E major pentatonic scale, based on that shape, we'll start with our pinky on the E string. So where are the roots for this? There's a root here at fret 12 on string 6 here. And here's our root E on string 3, fret 9. And another E here on the top string, fret 12. So we have string 6, string 3, and string 1. Fret 12, fret 9, fret 12. So those are the 3 roots found based on that G shape of the cage chord. Now the major pentatonic fingering will look like this. So we locate the root E and we play that with our pinky on string 6, fret 12, and then it's fingering 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4, and coming back down the scale, we're going to play 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, and we finish on 4, because that's the root. So here again is our chord, but we're not going to play the entire G shape, we'll just play the top 4 strings. And again, the fingering is starting on the root with our pinky, the 4th finger. Now let's say we're in the key of C. We'd like to play C chord using that fingering. We need to locate the note C. So here's a C on string 6. Here's our G shape. That's we're going to visually imprint that in our subconscious, in our mind's eye. And we're only going to play the top 4 strings. But we're visualizing where is the root for that chord. So we have a C here on string 6, fret 8. String 3, fret 5. And fret 8 with our pinky on the top string. So our C notes are C, C, C. And the chord, we're going to visualize it like this, but we're not actually going to play it because in the real world, it's kind of awkward and nobody uses that fingering. So we're just going to visualize the shape like this, knowing that we can find our major pentatonic scale, in this case the key is C, as we did previously when we played the E shape with our pinky and 3rd finger at fret 12. Now we're in the key of C with these 2 fingers found at fret 8. So here's our C chord, and the fingering will be the same. So we start in the note C with our pinky, say we want to play an F chord. Well, let's find the F chord. So here's an F chord. The entire F chord using the G shape looks like this. And again, for practical purposes, we're just going to play the top 4 strings. And where's our F? There's an F here on string 6, fret 13. There's an F here on string 3, fret 10. And an F here on the top string, fret 13. So F, F, and F. And the chord shape. And now the F major pentatonic scale. So that's the F major pentatonic scale based on the G shape, because here's our G shape. But the chord is F because the root, there's our root F. So wherever you're on the fretboard, when you have the G shape of a chord, you just need to remember, where's the root, how do I locate the root, and the fingering for this chord shape always starts with our pinky. So here's our A chord using the G shape, that's the G shape, and we'll just play the top 4 strings. And we start with our pinky on the note A. A is found here on string 6, fret 5. It's found on string 3, fret 2. And on the top string, fret 5. So the root is A, A, A. And we visualize that chord fingering, but in fact we only play the top 4 strings. And the major pentatonic scale, in this case A major pentatonic, because we're playing the chord A using the G shape, based on the G shape, is as follows. So that's the A major pentatonic scale. Now in our next video, some of you may be wondering, but what about the minor pentatonic scales? Well, we'll be looking at that shortly, because once you know the fingering to your major pentatonic scales, the minors are the exact same fingering. The only difference is the starting note. That's right, the starting note is different. And that's it. So, less work, more fun to be had. Have fun practicing, and we'll see you soon again.